Hello ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to Old Ridge Farm, where today we've got a few things to do. The slurry tank down at the lambs is empty, so we need to start getting some solid manure spread. That tractor can just stay there, it's not really in the way. Can't remember where I finished up the slurry, which is a bit of a problem. I think I finished up on field 11 somewhere. Possibly. Finished up somewhere with the slurry, I know that much. Anyway, we need to buy a few things. But first we're going to sell a couple of things. So the first thing we're going to sell is this Marshall manure spreader. It's just... I like it, but it's just a bit too awkward for me. Personally, I prefer manure spreaders. So let us get... What is manure spreader? Where's the manure spreaders? M1080, 17,000. That's kind of the end goal here. Is the Fortis 2000. Okay, so that's 17,000. There is a second Marshall manure spreader, I believe. That's 34,000, and yeah, gonna get the smaller one, the Bergman. So let's buy that and wait for it to load in. And we are also going to buy, I think it's a Miscus. It's called a bale conveyor. It's the conveyor belt mod by Marhu. And just while we're here, we'll also buy the Amazon ZAM 1501 fertilizer spreader. Now, before we pick any of that stuff up, and it's a bit of a mess over here, before we pick any of that up, the game's gonna jam out. Lovely. No, before we pick any of that up, we are going to go back to the farm, because the other fertilizer spreader is still over there. And I know I'm actually downsizing, but I think the ZAM 1501 is actually a better fit for this map. I did a bit of testing on an Old Ridge save, and it did seem to fit the map a bit better than the one we have. Takes a bit longer to get fertilizer out, but size 2 spread, really nice. It's got I think it's an 18 meter spread as opposed to 24, so it's a bit it's a lot smaller on the spread, but I think it's a better fit on the map in general. Do I want to get rid of this as well? Yeah, what I'm going to do is... sorry, I was just thinking to myself there, because I do have a mod that I would like to get to replace one of the John Deeres, and I think this is the better one to replace. So what I'm going to do is I am going to drive this guy over to the cleaning station, because I want to clean it off. The cleaning station is just over here. So I'm starting to learn the map. But unusual for me, but I am. And oh yes, I left the cultivator there. Okay, so I'll drop that and move the cultivator. Okay, so I'll drop the fertilizer spreader that we're getting rid of. Drive around to the front of the cultivator. Hook it up, move it out of the way. And then and only then shall I be able to clean the tractor, because I want to get rid of it. I think we should get enough monies for the tractor I want. If we don't, I'm in a bit of trouble. No, if we don't, I can just let's sell some crops, I suppose. Or get rid of some lambs. I think there's some lambs there. How does this thing work? There we go. I forgot how this thing, the power washer actually worked with the controller, so I had to remember the controls for it as quickly as I could. Is this tractor even cleaning? I think so. Now it is. So the tractor I want, it's not fully washable. And I know some people say it's a downside. It also doesn't use front weight, it's got no front linkage. So I will be selling this OEB weight, which is a bit unusual for me to be selling a weight that I really like, but for the foreseeable future I've got no need for it. So that's that done. And let's just get around here and pick up the fertilizer spreader. Now, I think between selling these three things, I should, in theory, I should have the money I need to get the tractor I want. And if I don't, like I said, I can sell some crops or do something. So there's my manure pile. I did cart it over with the skip. The only reason I carried it over really was that I didn't see the point in going forward and back to the lambs the whole time when I was doing manure, so I just made a pile there, used placeable piles, carted it over, and bada bing bada boom, made a bit of a mess. It was actually quite neat, I must admit. The whole process didn't go too badly. And yes, we do have enough for the tractor. Lovely. So we're actually doing something questionable for tractors as well. This is the buy and sell episode apparently. We're going to get a Ford TW30, which is an older tractor than we've just got rid of, but I honestly really like it. I think the textures are quite good. They're reasonable, at least the texture work. Functionality is okay. There's no IC, no beacon. The main body of it doesn't get dirty. I did notice that drivetrain does actually spin. The drive shaft, that's the word. Back of the tractor, a bit messy as well. Could do with some extra detailing here, but it's quite nice. I like the wires connected to the battery. Sounds quite nice. Sounds like an old tractor, but once you go in cab, it kind of has a problem. You can't really see over the bonnet, can you? And then you're in a miraculously large cab for this tractor. So, let's start by moving the bale conveyor, as it's called. It is just a conveyor belt. And one of the few things that I will have to use my keyboard for, there are no no gamepad controls for this, which not really a problem. And I think this tractor was not turbocharged, so I don't know why there's a turbo whine. That's a bit of a strange thing. Oh yeah, I forgot about that minor issue. I think this tractor is a bit potentially light on the back wheels, because if you turn too sharply it starts drifting, and there have been several occasions already where I've ended up drifting my Ford TW30 on test maps, so I want band up. Okay, so let's get this going. So J. Let's get this conveyor belt up and away. Can't go up any higher. Good. what I'm going to do is I'm just going to disconnect it very quickly and leave it wobble precariously. Lovely. Going to move this out of the way because the way I want the conveyor to be, it's going to be the way. So let's just nudge this. Oh yeah. Let's nudge this forward a bit. Now the joy of the conveyor belt is, as far as I know, you're supposed to have a tractor attached to it at all times for power, but you can just kind of ignore it. And, I'm gonna say there's actually an engine in there somewhere. That little battery-looking thing is actually the engine. Very small electric engine. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna attach to this attaching point, very slowly and carefully. And I know this thing has a couple of issues where there is a very real chance I could tip it by doing this. Okay. I'm gonna... and... right swing. Okay, and... on. Okay, so that's the conveyor belt turned on and ready to go. You can see there's a little laser light there. That's just to show me where I need to park up the trailer I want to fill. So let us get some lettuce. Let's get the manure spreader and fill her up. I'm going to take her out on field 11 and see how she goes. The fertilizer spreader, the pellet spreader, that's just there as a backup. That's why I actually downsized. If I was going mainly fertilizer, I would have upsized, but I'm trying to go mainly manure, so I'm downsizing on the fert just to discourage me from using it as much. I kind of proved there that this tractor has a couple of grip issues, but I like it. I like old Ford tractors. I see a few of them around, a few 7000s, 5000s. I've seen a couple of TWs driving around town as well. So I don't have an issue getting a tractor that normally I wouldn't get. Normally I wouldn't have got this mod, but if it was, if it was any other tractor, but I do like the old TW series. The old Ford tractors, so I'll probably have a small fleet of them when mods really start coming out for the game. I'll probably do the same for Massey Ferguson's and John Deere's, so I'll have a... It's funny, there aren't too many tractor mods coming out now. Once the scripting's released, I know there's going to be just this massive influx of great tractors. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to just pull up under the light here. Going to automatically fill up the trailer rather beautifully, and it's going to refill itself. So there's about how much is in that pile? 39,153.44 litres. Lovely. Quite a lot of poop. So sorry, I went quiet there. I was something was going wrong, and I did not want to talk, just in case. So, looks like that works properly. Actually works exactly how I want it to work, which is beautiful. So now I'm going to switch this forward into the working mode, which is just done by starting work, essentially. So let's go with the Bergman and start spreading manure. So I'm not looking forward to planting at the moment because basically I have no idea how to do headlands. I know I'm doing them here, but with the seeder I have no idea where I'm going to start to go uppy downy so that I can get a good headland in. I've no idea which direction I'm gonna go in even, so it's gonna be interesting. I know I said that I do most of the fertilizing off screen. I thought I'd bring you guys back just so that I could get the conveyor belt mod, because that pickup is covered in poop, because I was not willing to sort out this entire thing with just the shovel. I apologize, but no. I'm willing to empty out the lambs, to make out the lambs with the shovel, because that's actually realistic, but not particularly willing to keep filling up this thing with the shovel and swapping between two tractors all the time. It's a lot easier to just say, oh, well, I've got a bigger spreader and a conveyor belt, because I'm a rich farmer. I say that I'm essentially broke in game and in real life, actually. I think it was one of these fields I finished up on. Yes, there's a colour difference, I think. Apparently it wasn't one of those two. Maybe it was. I don't know. All I know is the manure ran out, the slurry ran out when I was doing literally Anfield. Now I'm going to do 2 episodes back to back, as I usually do. So this is going to be 2 episodes of me spreading shit everywhere. Just absolutely everywhere. It's going to be steaming piles all over his house. I think this time I'm going to reverse in, because it's a bit easier to pull out. It'd be a lot easier if I could reverse properly, thank you. So there we go. Nice and easy and quickly done. Fill up manure, back onto the field. And I am trying to stay on the roads because realism. He says as he drives a tractor with a hole in the side. And the back. Whoever built this tractor is in big trouble. I'm going to be complaining to Ford. Their tractor is subpar, it has holes everywhere, I need to move the pickup. In fact, I can move that off screen because I don't think it's particularly in the way. I can't even remember why the pickup's there. I know it's there for a reason. Well, there was a reason when it was put there, but I honestly can't remember what it was. Oh well, pickup's there for a reason that has been forgotten. I think it was pulling something in there. So I think what we're going to do in the near future is we're going to start getting cows on this map and starting to sell things. This is going to be a bit of a strange one, because I think I'm just going to do this next harvest cycle on Old Ridge and move to a new map after that. The issue being I don't know what map I'm going to move to, because I haven't found one that's really good enough that suits me. So if you guys have any maps that you would like me to look at, give me a shout. I don't know what episode this is of Over, just 20 something. I think I'm gonna go to episode 30 with this map. This series, the more freeform series, where I'm not gonna have any constraints from now on. I'm just gonna play as I wish. The other series, the hardcore series, that's gonna be the one with the constraints. But this series, the freeform series, is going to be... I'm going to be shortening this down to 20 to 30 episodes per map. Down from like 60 or 70 in the past, when I even had rules. Just so that I can play on many different maps. And try to play on them realistically and not drive through hedges like that. So that's that. Empty once again, lovely. So yeah, this is going to be a bit of a long one. Bit of a long session for me. I need to get this video uploading ASAP, but Firefox is being a derp, so I can't actually upload while I'm playing because, well, my computer jams up and I get like 5 frames per minute. I've tried. I really have. So if I can't upload while playing and recording at the same time, it's just out of the question. Firefox likes eating my RAM for whatever reason, and then crashing Flash Player. So that's a couple of issues I have with Firefox. I just have internet browser issues all the time. Don't know why, but I do. So I think I'm going to call this episode here. In the next episode we will continue flinging poop everywhere around this general field area. Don't know why I decided on field. Well, I decided on field 11 because it's closest to the conveyor belt. So yeah, I'm gonna call it here. I've been Rainbow Dave. You've been watching Farming Simulator 15 on Old Ridge Farm. Please comment, like, and subscribe. I know that I got a few new subscribers since I last bought some sheeps, some lambs. I might buy some more in the next episode, but I think I won't, because I'm running a bit short on money. Until I see you again, which will be on Bandicow tomorrow, or on Old Ridge in 2 days' time, where I'll just be continuing on from here and driving through hedges some more. Stay safe, and goodbye.